Do you suck at prayer flicking? Does your prayer flicks look like this? Well, this means you suck. And this is the god for you. Prayer flicking has been in RuneScape since the dawn of time. This is when RuneScape prayer flicking was originally implemented. Like the strongest parts, this is when you would have to do it. When you were fighting Jad in the fight caves, this is when prayer flicking was the best. And regular prayers look like this, and back in the days you would have to actually manually click to turn them on. These are ancient prayers where you get from a quest, and you can still manually click it, but there's an easier way, and I'm about to show you. Now, one thing you can actually do is put your prayers in your action bar, so you can put it on there, and from there you can actually use your keyboard to make them active. And how to do that is that you would right click, customize keybind, and then this window will pop up. And the one you clicked would already be highlighted. So that's what you would want to use. So for what I use for prayers is I use these 4 keys right here, the ZX, C, and V. And since they're so close to each other, the 4, I would use V for Soul Split, and Z for Melee, X for Mage, and C for Range. So if any attacks come in that order, pretend if Melee came, Z. If Range, C. If Mage came, X. And then this is where prayer flicking comes in handy. When you need a Soul Split and get that extra heal, V is the right next as the keys. Like, pretend if you just lay your hand on top of the keyboard. So this is what it will look like on the keyboard. Right? So you would have Z, X, C, and V for Soul Split. Right? So this is basically how your hand would be like positioned, like just like this, like your 3 fingers, and the only main ones that would be moving was the pointer finger. So pretend if it was Melee, Mage, Range, and Soul Split. So Range and Soul Split would be the main ones you would be switching. There's also other things to help with prayers. Well, just to add, like an Essence of Finality or an Amulet of Souls. Because with the Essence of Finality, you get protection prayers and deflection curses 10% more damage reduction. So instead of the 50, you would get 60. The Amulet of Souls specifically would be the one that would give you that bonus. Just like right here at the Grand Exchange, if you just look up Amulet of Souls, it says a 50% chance for Soul Split to heal 25 to 50% more, and Protection Prayers and Deflection Curses block 10% more damage. So it'll be 60 in total. This is worth noting also. If you're gonna do the Elder God Wars, and you get the Shadow Pontifex Shadow Ring, which is upgraded all the way at the current moment. You feel me? Because we have the Wen, the Archiglacior effect, which is the Wen effect. It says your protection prayers are 10% stronger against the Archiglacior's basic attacks. So 60 with the Amulet of Souls, and with the ring on, you would get 10% more, so it'll be 70%. Alright, so let's talk about ticks. So the game operates in a 1 Mississippi 2 tick system. So let's look at Raksha, right? So this is Raksha, and we're looking on the wiki. And it says this boss attacks at a rate of every 5 ticks, quote unquote, which is every 3 seconds. So let's just see how that is in real time. Let's see how it looks. And by ticks, this is what I mean by ticks, every 1 Mississippi 2. So watch this, right? So there's the ability bar on the bottom, and look real close at how you attack every 1 Mississippi 2. 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 You get what I'm saying? So if you have that in mind, you'll get combat a little bit easier. So for prayer flicking and soul splitting at the during a fight, this is basically what it would look like. So the main thing is that you would want to absorb the attack like 1 Mississippi 2, right? And then you can either do two things. You can, when he launches the attack, you can automatically switch to the prayer, just like that. And then it'll be easier for you. So every time he's not attacking, you soul split. You get what I'm saying? Every time that he's not attacking you, just switch to soul split. And the example I gave you for the keyboard, use that. So let's look at the Archglaive Core. They say his attack speed is 7 ticks, which is 4.2 seconds in game. So we're gonna see how that looks in real time, and when you can soul split and when you can use it. Just like the Archglaive Core, he attacks every 4-ish seconds. So 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so let's have a look at the Archglaive Core, right? So I'll show you when you need to be praying and then, soul splitting. So, regular setup. So as soon as he switches like that, like 1 Mississippi, like you can count it. Almost. But most of the time, you shouldn't soul split all the time. So now you could do it. Prayer. So pretty much in between his attacks, you should do big things, like soul split. So you see? Then switch to prayer. Even during the arms, I soul split for the big half of it, and then when it starts getting into the hundreds, 200s right now, I just switch to regular prayer and anticipate, so it doesn't hurt as much. And then after that, wait 1 or 2 seconds, go back in so the damage hits, and then go in. And then the whole time you should have soul split, and only when he attacks is when you should actually turn on the prayer. Just like this, you would pray the whole time, you wouldn't soul split this. Just like that. Anytime he attacks, you would use your prayer. And when he's not attacking you, soul split. Now let's look at Krenin, the ambassador from Elite Dungeons 3. Now he attacks a lot faster than Araksha and the Archglaive Core, right? He attacks every 4 ticks, every 2.4 seconds, which is a lot faster. So soul splitting, the prayer flicking that, isn't really gonna work like that. It'll work, but it's not gonna work as effective as the other bosses. Araxi is the same thing. She attacks every 4 ticks, 2.4 seconds. You can soul split or prayer flick like that, but it's gonna be real hard. You're gonna be more dedicated to praying against her attacks than soul splitting. Araxor is the same thing, 2.4 seconds, 4 ticks. So this is the attack speed of Araxi and Araxor. You get what I'm saying? You see how fast she's attacking? Like 1 Mississippi 2. Like she attacks fast, so you're not really gonna soul split with this boss. You can, but not really. Probably in between the mechanics. Blackstone Dragon, the same thing. 2.4 every 4 ticks. It's possible, but you're gonna be more interested in praying against her attacks than soul splitting. When she does the big old flame around, like when the flames go around her, yeah, you're gonna be soul splitting. The same thing with Carapac. He attacks every 4 ticks, 2.4 seconds. Yeah, you can soul split, but 9 times out of 10, you still gonna be praying against his attacks. So the main thing that I want you to understand is that when the boss is attacking, you use the correct prayer. And when he's not attacking you, use your soul split. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hit that subscribe button if you liked the video, and hit that like button also.